Hello, my name is Tejas Srinivas and I'm here to explain you about the geometric meaning of the zeros of the polynomial from the chapter Polynomial. Let's go to the zeros of the polynomial. For a polynomial, there could be some values of the variable for which the polynomial will be 0. These values are called zeros of the polynomial. Means there are some values for a variable that will make the polynomial to 0. Those values are called zeros of the polynomial. Okay, sometimes they are also referred to as roots of the polynomials. In general, we used to find the zeros of the quadratic equations to get the solutions for the given equation. Let's go. A zero of a polynomial p of x is a value of x for which the value of p of x is 0. If k is a zero of the polynomial, that is p of x, then p of k will be also 0. The standard form of polynomial is an into x power n plus a n minus n plus and so on ax plus a, where a n minus 1 and so on a n comma a 0 are the constants, and n is a whole number. For example, algebraic expressions such as root x plus 5, x square plus 1 by x square are not polynomials because all exponents of x in terms of the expression are not whole numbers. They said that root x plus 5, it is one of the polynomial, and x square plus 1 by x square is another polynomial, in such a way that expressions are not whole numbers. And let's see an example. Considered a polynomial p of x equal to 12x square minus 3x plus 2. Here we need to consider a polynomial called 12x square minus 3x plus 2. When x equal to 1, we have to substitute the value 1. If we substitute the value 1, the whole value is equal to 0, then it is said to be polynomial. So we need to substitute 1 in the place of x, so that if we get the value 0, then we can say 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. So p of 1 equal to 12 minus 3 into 1 plus 2 means which is equal to 0. Since p of x equal to 0 at x equal to 1, we say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. That's what I say. We say geometrically, zeros of the polynomial are the points where its graph cuts the x-axis. Zeros of the polynomial means that graph cuts the x-axis. Zeros of the polynomial can be defined at the point where the polynomial becomes 0 on the whole, and we can see a polynomial having value 0 is called 0 polynomial. The degree of a polynomial is the highest power of the variable x. And we can see a polynomial of degree 1 is known as linear polynomial. If the polynomial is degree 2, then we say quadratic, and if the polynomial of degree 3, we can say cubic. Firstly, we come to the linear polynomial. The standard form is ax plus b. It is a standard form ax plus b, where a and b are real values, such that we can see an example 2x plus 3 is a linear polynomial. And for quadratic polynomial, we can see ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are the real numbers. For example, we can take an example like x square plus 3x plus 4. And for the cubic polynomial, we can see x cube plus bx square plus cx plus g. A, b, c, d are the real values. Real values. X cube plus 4x plus 2 is one of the example for the cubic polynomial. Similarly, we can find y power x plus 3 into y power 4 plus y is an polynomial in y of degree 6. We need to remember some of the points. 0 could be 0 of a polynomial, but it is not necessary a 0 has to be only 0. All the linear polynomials have only one 0. The zeros of the polynomial depends on its degree. And factorization of polynomials. The factorization of quadratic polynomials can be factorized by splitting the middle term. We need to split the middle term so that we can factorize those things. For example, consider the polynomial 2x square minus 5x plus 3, 2x square plus 5x minus 3, plus 3. Splitting the middle term. The middle term in the polynomial is 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is minus 5. This must be expressed as a sum of two terms such that the product of their coefficients is equal to the product of 2 and 3. Here we can see the coefficient is 2 and the coefficient of that another one is 3. We can split the term as minus 5 can be expressed as minus 2 plus into minus 3, as minus 2 into minus 3, which is equal to 6. And let's go to the next one, 2 into 3. So here we can know how to split the terms. Now identify the common factors in individual groups. 2x square minus 2x minus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 2x into x minus 1 minus 3 into x minus 1. Here we need to split into x minus 1 terms. Taking x minus 1 as a common factor, this can be expressed as, here we can say 2x. We need to take 2x common, so that x minus 1, and minus 3. We need to take minus 3 common, so that x minus 1, and next equal to x minus 1. We need to take whole x minus 1 common, so that 2x minus 3 will be formed. In such a way we can split the terms. And let's go to an example. What is the value of a if degree of polynomial x cube plus x power a minus 4 plus, here we need to find the value of a, and we know the degree is 4. Therefore x power a minus 4 equal to x power 4, where a minus 4 equal to 4 and a equal to, we need to find the a equal to 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. Therefore we got the value that a is 8. In general, if p of x is a polynomial in x and k in a real number, then the value of p of k at x, which is equal to k is denoted by p of k, is found by replacing x by k in p of x. We can find the value of a, which is it is a degree, so that we can find that degree by using these steps. And finally, in the polynomial x square minus 3x plus 2, we need to replace x by 1, so that we can find the zeros of the polynomial. Here we can see x square minus 3x plus 2. If we replace x by 1, 1 minus 3 plus 2, 1 minus 3 minus 2, minus 2 plus 2, which is equal to 0. So the 0 of the polynomial is 1. Similarly, replacing x by 2, if we get the 0, then it is a 0 of a polynomial. Here we got 1 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomials, because the value is totally 0, so it is known as the 0 of the polynomial. For the polynomial p of x, real number k is said to be 0 of the polynomial. Therefore 1 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3x plus 2. In this format we can find the zeros of any polynomial. And thank you.